Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aida Nurrahma, NPM 1843050060. I will read on text the idea of rice. The idea of rice. Centuries of conventional wisdom held the human beings could be divided into rice that have a basis in the science of biology. That early usage of the word rice did not assume any biological foundation, as its definition changed over time. However, it eventually claimed the scientific foundation. When the word rice first entered the English language, it had a meaning quite different from its more current assertion. Rice simply defines a group of people who share an identity. The human race includes 8 human beings. The term could also identify people who share a national interest, as in the Chinese race or the Brazilian race. It also refers to a way of life, such as a rise of hunter-gatherers. Explanation in the 16th and 15th centuries offers the definition of race. These journeys brought Europeans into contact with culture quite different from their own. The people they centuries were also noticeably different in physical characteristics. It was during this time of Europeans' contact and colonization that race categories become divided by physical appearance. At the same time, science was evolving, and attempts were made to measure race differences. As people were essentially categorized by their physical attributes such as skin color, head shape, and hair texture, and another important idea associated with race developed: a race-windward view. Assumed the race had its own behavioral and physical traits that were passed off from parents to children. These traits could therefore be used to distinguish each race. 3 commonly used categories were Kosakult, Mongolite, and Negroid. Amid 19th century treatises easy on the inequality of human rights lend further support to the idea the race was a biological explanation for human differences that could thus be legitimately used to rank human beings. As the 20th century dawned, the idea behind this concept of rights the human could be readily refers to biologically determined rights was widely accepted. However, scientists found it interestingly difficult to actually measure those biological determinants. As genetic students in the late 20th century were to from, the reason was simple. Races have no biological foundation. There is no race gene. Each human all out that so-called races are neither based on biology nor defined in a scientific manner. Today, sociologists and other scientists recognize that race is a cultural construct. It identifies a group that shares some visible physical traits, while some cultural and history experience. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.